On this episode, I'm going to be unboxing Waxwork Records Godzilla vs. Kong. Let's cue the music. Welcome to the show. It's Ralph, and yes, it's Waxwork Records Godzilla vs. Kong, finally on vinyl, a 2-disc LP, colored vinyl. And usually I like to talk about this mailer, and I'll usually point out this little guy right here, Kong Skull Island, which is something that I have right here, also from Waxwork Record. I love this one. I haven't really talked about it much. I've posted it on my Instagram and Twitter, this record, but like, look at this amazing artwork on this Waxwork record. And I was a little disappointed to see that the Godzilla vs. Kong record didn't have like specific artwork made for the release. It has poster artwork that went out with the marketing materials when this movie was released on in theaters and on HBO Max. But I mean, honestly, like, I'm not like super, like, it doesn't have to always be original art for the records. I have this from At the Movies, which is the first Monsterverse movie, Godzilla from 2014. And this is, like I said, Water Tower music from Music on Vinyl, At the Movies, and poster artwork. Totally fine. I'm okay with it. I was just a little, I don't know, at this point with all of these records being released by Mondo and Waxwork, like, I've been getting really used to this unique art for the album releases, but it doesn't matter because I'm in it for the music and I can't wait to check it out. So let's get into this. So with Waxwork, they're usually pretty good with their little rippy peely things, so oh man, this one's already giving me trouble, but here we go. Nice. I got tiny knife. You know what's funny about tiny knife is I don't know how I ended up with this. I was a Boy Scout and I had a really good like regular Swiss Army knife with like a corkscrew and stuff. This one has tweezers and it also has a toothpick in it, and then like a nail file and scissors. I have no idea where I got this, but tiny knife, you've been with me for years. Let's get into this record here. So yeah, I mean, I'm not super stoked that it's, you know, just the regular poster art, but like I said, I mean, it's better than not having the album because the movie's been out for like a year and a half, maybe a couple of years by now. So it's good to finally have it. And I know Waxwork lately has been doing, like, I think Black Phone and Phil Tippett's Mad God. They're using poster artwork on that. And even their Godzilla King of the Monsters release from a few years back, that used poster art from, I believe, the IMAX poster. But it was that beautiful painted King Ghidorah versus Godzilla in the clouds artwork. So I kind of dug that. This is kind of, I feel like, sort of your average like commercial poster artwork. So we're going to see who packed this for me. And it's got this cool Mothra on the back. I wonder if they get to pick. So it looks like Luke is the one that packed this. Thank you, Luke. We'll see how you did. So far, Waxwork has knocked it out of the park with their packing, and every single person has come through with their packing. But I'm wondering, Luke, if you're watching this, or if anybody at Waxwork who does this job of is packing these, I wonder if they get to choose what album displays on the back of their card. Because, Luke, if you picked Mothra, it's awesome. You're a buddy of mine. Hit me up on Twitter at Cue the Music, and I'll give you a follow. Because any fan of Mothra is a friend of mine. So let's take a look at this album. Here we go. So there we go. Godzilla versus Kong. It's a pretty good cover though. I gotta admit, like, you got Godzilla, you got Kong, big letters, Godzilla versus Kong. Like, this shows you, like, this is a big event. This is how big this movie is the font size. Music by Tom Holkenborg, Junkie XL. He's great. I really like him. His music to Mad Max Fury Road is incredible. And you got to be honest with you guys, I kind of like those Sonic movies a lot. I'm a kid who grew up in the 80s and 90s, and I'm a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan, and so his work on those movies are great. Let's get a close-up on this hype sticker so you can grab that barcode if you want to add this to your Discogs want list, or you want to put it as a part of your collection. So there is that. Also, if you're on Discogs, find me at CASINOSKUNK. And if you want to know how to spell that, just stick around to the end of this episode. After the closing credits, you'll see my CASINOSKUNK production logo. Thank you, Tiny Knife. You've been a great help today. So let's take a look at this record. Looks pretty good. Got a little bit of a there, but that's fine. Again, and there's a little bit of a ding there. Don't care, because I'm seriously, if you saw me talk to Spencer and Mo from Mondo Death Waltz, I'm in it for the music. This stuff doesn't need to be pristine, but yeah, this is totally fine. I'm totally happy with this. So there's the art, which we've seen on the posters and stuff. The back art's pretty cool. You have Kong. It says Godzilla versus Kong, and it's got Kong on the ledge in Hollow Earth. This is a great scene. I love this scene. I think when we then talked about Hollow Earth and Skull Island, I didn't know it was going to be like this crazy, like, primeval world at the center of the earth. But I did like the scene where he's touching these floating rocks, and then he just leaps. He just leaps out and then starts floating in the Hollow Earth. That is a great cue, by the way. I believe it's track 9, just called The Hollow Earth. Yeah, we're looking at a total of 15 tracks here on 2 records. And let's take a look at the gatefold. I'm assuming the gatefold has to just be Godzilla versus Kong. Maybe on the aircraft carrier, I don't know, but let's see. Oh yeah. It's them in Shanghai. I mean, obvious. Like, that's what it needs to be. That is the gatefold. So let's take a look inside. We do have liner notes. This is now. Oh, this is these. That is great image. That's all your info that you got there. If you want to take a look at that. But this is the poster I really liked. Were these sort of POV shots. This is really neat. I like this a lot. I wouldn't mind if that was the cover, but then where do you put the logo? And then you're not really showcasing Godzilla a lot. And I'm, by the way, if you're wondering, and I'm sure you're all just begging to know, I'm Team Godzilla. 100% Team Godzilla. King Kong is great. I mean, Kong is great. He's not King Kong. He's Kong. Kong is great, but guys, Godzilla's my dude. Let's take a look at the first disc here. It's this sort of pink-purple swirl. And 33 RPM, good. I don't have to mess with the drive belt on my U-turn orbit. So there it is, Godzilla vs. Kong, side A. It's a really nice sort of purpley, blue, pink sort of Godzilla fire breath, atomic fire breath, and of course you have Godzilla. And this is that image that they teased on Waxwork. So there is that. Hey. Really nice. I really like the colors. This is going to look really good on my green player, by the way. Let's grab disc number 2. Oh, wow. I really like this. This is more of a, I don't know how I would describe this. King Kong fur, maybe? Would be how I would describe this. It's like a sort of orange, and it's a little translucent. It's like a brown, orange, black, yellowish swirl. What do you guys think of that? I think it's really nice. I might actually like this more than the purple one, and I'm a huge fan of purple and pinks. And of course, Kong. A right side up? Yeah. There he is, Kong. Terrific. I think the set is great. I would have preferred to have unique artwork because, again, you guys are spoiling us with these. You're absolutely spoiling us with these. But again, this is okay because I think 3 of the 4 Monsterverse records have poster art as the cover. So totally falls in line with that. Spine looks good. Spine will look good with the rest of my Monsterverse covers if you want to check out the spine there. Get that in there. I don't even know if that's going to focus for you guys. But this is a great release. Can't wait to listen to it. I really like the movie. I think all the Monsterverse movies are a lot of fun. I like the music in this one. Junkie XL's themes in this are really good. I think with Godzilla King of the Monsters, which I don't have Waxwork, feel free to do a reissue on that. I can definitely use it in my collection. It's the only Monsterverse soundtrack I don't have. I mentioned that before. But the thing about that score is Bear McCreary did classic Akira Ifukube themes, which is good to hear. But like in the entire like pantheon of Godzilla movies through the Toho era and these Monsterverse era stuff, really you would only hear Akira Ifukube's themes when he was the composer. And so like my friend back in 98, after we saw Godzilla in 98, the one with Matthew Broderick, the Roland Emmerich film, he said he was missing the classic Godzilla theme during that movie. And I let him know, I said, listen, like if it's not Akira Ifukube, you're really not going to hear that theme. Rarely does that happen. And so David Arnold, who did that score, did a great job, did his own Godzilla theme, and that's great. And same with this. Bear McCreary used Akira Ifukube's themes for that film, which was great. They worked for that movie, but I liked that Junkie XL created his own themes for Godzilla and Kong, and I'm glad he kept that tradition going. I'm very excited to pop this in. I just rewatched the movie recently. Thoroughly enjoy it. I love the fantasy aspect to it. I love that Adam Wingard is coming back for the next Godzilla movie. They're currently working on that. And I'm hoping, like the way these movies have escalated, where it's just like Godzilla, Gareth Edwards, grounded in reality, set the camera only where cameras could be, shot it for real, made it look as grounded in his reality as he could for a Godzilla movie. Then Skull Island, it ups the fantasy level with the island being blanketed by fog. You can't see it. Like it's a little bit like suspension of disbelief fantasy related. Then you have Mike Dougherty's King of the Monsters, which just like made Monarch this crazy sci-fi. They have all kinds of gadgets and stuff, and it was like way more sci-fi heavy and fantasy. It felt less grounded in reality. And then by the time this one came up, where you're dealing with Hollow Earth, and the Monarch essentially has spaceships, they are able to build a Mechagodzilla. Spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, but it's one of those things where it's like, where do we go next? What is Adam Wingard going to do next? And I'm hoping, and this is a prediction, and this is something I hope we do, we get Exilians from outer space, and we get Destroy All Monsters. Like, let's just go balls to the wall, aliens, kaiju, giant robots, bring me Jet Jaguar, please, and then let's just go. Adam Wingard, I hope you're just going to go bonkers with the next one. I can't wait to check it out. I'm hoping Junkie XL returns for that one as well, and I look forward to that. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, follow me at Cue the Music on Twitter. I'm very close to hitting that 1,000 followers. And then if you do follow me on Twitter, come over to qtube.live, aka my YouTube channel, youtube.com/, you're watching it now. You're here watching it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I have way less subscribers than I do followers on Twitter. So I want to get this thing going. I want more people to check out these videos. I want to keep this page alive. I want to do more reviews. I'm going to have more interviews coming up. I have a couple more interviews coming down the pipeline that I'm really excited about, including an Academy Award winning composer has promised to be on the show. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. Be sure to tell your friends to follow me on Twitter, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the bell icon, and that'll let you know the next time one of these episodes drops. Until next time, catch you on the flip side.